Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This your man KaleafWins here for another edition of the KaleafWins show tonight. Everybody, before we even start, please like, share, and subscribe. The conversation tonight is Drake fans in denial. Why can't they accept Kendrick's win? I repeat, a lot of Drake fans are in utter denial why they can't accept Drake's win. I'm here with some guests. I want to bring them up later in a second. But for right now, before we even move further on anything, why are Drake fans in denial? We're going to get to that point real quick. But before we even get to that point, let me tell you first off in the top of the show, here are my 10 reasons why I know for a fact that Kendrick won the battle against Drake. Let's go. Number one, Kendrick's mastery of diss tracks. He showcased his superior rap battle skills. Kendrick's attacks were detailed and specific, which made them much more believable and impactful. Second, his superior beat selection. Kendrick's choices of beats for his diss tracks were praised for their quality and suitability for the battle context. In other words, Drake's Family Matters song had great beats, but they were too scattered. They didn't have the greater impact. Third reason why Kendrick won, his diversity of diss tracks. Kendrick's diss tracks were covered in a wide range of topics and accusations, showcasing his ability to attack Drake on multiple fronts. Another reason Kendrick won, his hard-hitting accusations. Kendrick's accusations about Drake's alleged inappropriate relationships and other personal matters were particularly impactful and damaging to Drake's image and real-life implications. That's a fact. Another reason why Kendrick won, Kendrick's timing in releasing his tracks was impeccable, often overshadowing Drake's responses. For example, the Meet the Gram song took the steam off the Family Matters song because it came out 45 minutes after Family Matters release. Secondly, Not Like Us literally crushed the balloon of air for any Drake diss that he had once he released that song. He came out with The Heart Part 6, but people were like, The Heart Part what? That's another reason Kendrick won his battle. Another reason Kendrick won is that he has the most memorable lines in this entire battle, point blank period. Kendrick's diss tracks contain numerous memorable lines that resonated with fans and critics alike. Kendrick's consistent engagement with the public through his tracks and social media kept the audience invested in the entire battle. Another reason Kendrick won the battle, his defensive nature of Drake's responses. I repeat, Drake's defensive natures of his responses. Drake's responses often came across as defensive, which is generally seen as a weaker stance in rap battles or any type of battle or approach. The next reason I know for a fact Kendrick won this battle, cultural impact. The battle was considered by some, including Dame Dash, as one of the most impactful hip-hop history, potentially altering trajectories of both the artists' careers. Another reason why Kendrick won, industry support. Kendrick received support from various hip-hop figures in the hip-hop industry, further validating his victory in the eyes of many, plus none of Drake's popular rap associates, I repeat, none of Drake's popular rap associates at all stood up in defense of Drake or said anything towards Kendrick. How do I know? When the Meek Mill and the Drake battle happened, what happened? Everybody came out the woodwork. Birdman said this. Other people said this are associated with Drake. This is the first time in Drake's entire career where he got into a rap battle and he had no industry support. Last but not least, the main reason why we know that Kendrick won this battle against all deniers, continued relevance. The relevance and timeliness of Kendrick's attacks kept them fresh in the public's mind, reinforcing the position as the winner. Weddings are playing Not Like Us. The diss songs are being played at major sporting events. Come on, Kendrick won this battle. But right now, I'm going to bring up some compadres to discuss this issue to see and ask them, why are Drake fans in denial that Kendrick won? Everybody, give a big shout out to the homie Cordell from Overhaul Training right now. Homie Cordell from Overhaul Training. What's going on, fam? What's going on? What's going on?
Going on.
Yo, what's up? Why are Drake fans in denial? Let's just get to the point right now. Why are they in super denial that Kendrick Lamar won the battle?
They very in denial because basically this is almost the biggest thing I kind of learned. Two things from it is not just the fan base on it, but what the fan base represents. So if you look at it, and I was breaking this down, why even post battle and how people responded to it, and I look at it as a psychology standpoint, which is more interesting on that battle, is more of the time Drake and people he's affiliated with and his fan base kind of reach out to versus Kendrick. And what I mean by that is if you look at Drake, he always try to not just win based off the battles, he try to base off validation and validation of the internet. That's who he goes to. But if you look at how the people respond to on the internet and look at his past battles, when he get defensive, lots of us be exposed from that. He's not content with himself. A lot of people respond to the internet not content with themselves. They look for that validation. And that's where you feel like you're hiding a lot of that stuff there. That's who Drake fans represent from there. And that's how you repeat those actions from that. Kendrick is more reality to that standpoint, to that base where he hits the cultural standpoint. He's not in denial for it. It's a more reality based thing. And also now, again, when you see in that fan base who you champion for so long, had this cult like Drake is, you can say it, he has appropriate culture. Now we're not knocking him because he is talented for the stuff he did, ghostwriter, legend, whatever. This is the top two. The man literally ran his mouth. You got a lot of people from the suburbs, and we ain't talking about because you got black in suburbs. Drake try to tap in hip hop culture as a suburb, but try to imitate a hood dude. That you have a lot of people that try to do that from that, for the internet. Now he exposed from that, and now since he lost, there's an excuse aspect coming in. This is the second time he come checking the armor. The GOAT status he potentially had like that is more damaging weekend. And you got to think about it. This was the top 2-3 people that these are the top 2 to 3 of this era. So now the person you champion that's had this inner representation, how you feel, not just musically, stuff dumbed down to a person that just at this height, that level that destroyed them. It's almost like a gut punch to them. Right.
And that's the thing, what you said. People think this is an opinion-based victory. It's not. It's clear and evident.
And that's the thing with the internet, and that's the issue, because now if you look how people respond to everything, especially Drake fans in denial. Oh, well, he got more. He still got more strains. What that had to do with the battle? You see what I'm saying? From line to line, from what that come from, what that have to do at that moment. Even if you still feel like Drake is better, that's your opinion, okay? What that had to do with the battle, that how he got smoked from point to point. Again, when we go to the battle, we talking about what were the highlight bars of the moment. 4 out of 5 came from Kendrick. The one bar that came off to Drake, Metro Shut Up, Make Drums, is not even directed at Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
That was Drake's highlight moment. You can't tell me those 4. You can't tell me that's a winnable battle, and that part of the battle you're not gonna beat Kendrick in. That's one of the biggest things I said from that battle. You're not gonna beat Kendrick trying to use internet. You gotta actually out rap him and outperform on this battles on that. And Drake was trying to be catchy, appeal to his fans base audience, and try to use the internet. It backfired on. It did not work. And now his fans is doing that same thing. Try to use the internet from it. It did not work. It's like more reality based versus to the internet contender from that, how he grew up on use from that. It's not working at that point. And you're seeing a major shift what's going on. Because now, just based off this battle alone, you're seeing the effect of the post battle, how even affecting the younger generation who Drake is still trying to appeal to. They're more on Kendrick's side to that.
Yeah, because facts are facts. And listen, let's separate opinion from whether you're a Kendrick fan, a Drake fan. Let's see what some people posted. I posted a comment on one of my social media pages, and I posted it with this line. Check this out real quick. I put, there was never a sales or fan debate. This is a culture vulture versus a person who defends African-American culture from a Canadian who cosplays as us. Let's look at the comments of what people said. I'm going to go all the way here. Let's go right back. Let's go. Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Let me bring it up bigger. Great. Oh, let me bring it up bigger. All right, cool. Now let me bring it up right there. All right, let's go to these comments right quick. Let me just turn this over.
I'm going to add something to that, too, because that was another big piece from that, too, where it's coming from, too. But I'm going to add more to that, because there's more to that versus what you just said.
No,
that goes to my second point. No, go ahead. Read the comments, because it's stuck in my head, because that registered for me. I wanted to blast one of the Drake fans that were gonna come from that. They never showed up, so it stayed fresh on my mind. Go ahead.
All right, so let's go. Somebody says, I'm a fan of both. I'm so confused in the Drake culture vulture thing. What's that real life examples? Watch this. I gave him so many real life examples, right? Look at this. Kendrick literally outlined them in his diss songs. And this guy responded, Drake has often been labeled a culture vulture within the hip hop community, with several instances highlighted. Look, sorry, that's me responding to him. And I showed him he borrowed styles. I gave him this whole thing, and he erased his comments. This guy, Jason, says, "You sound hurt. Drake is winning as we're speaking because people like you." Yes, Kendrick did his thing, but he's only getting attention because of great Drake. And guess what? We text him, we type in, and I kept it real. I kept it real. I said, "Come join the stream." Guess what? I invited him to the stream. He did not want to come on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you have a premise and you want to back it up, there you go. Drake is very bothered by it. Its advice as it highlights Kendrick's point more. My homeboy from the West says, again, you're missing the whole point. This man has been stealing other folks' credentials and creativity and trying to claim it as his own, bro. Maybe the critical thinking skills may be low, but try to bypass what Drake is doing and call him as a win is wild to me. And that's where he posted that Drake pays $100,000 to West Coast rapper Rappin' Forte for ripping off the Players Club lyrics on YG's Who Do You Love?
And yeah, because he owed him money for that.
Yeah, then he played this. When they try to use Kendrick's wife not supporting him, she was at the pop-out. He used that information right there.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Then let's go down in the comments. Glazing, aka dick riding, is only being done by Kendrick Lamar fans. This is what this guy Jamal says. How can you be mad at Drake for never faking the thug stereotype, but just making it out being poor, but not have hate for 21 Savage, who took the N-word stereotype and is from England? This far worse than people project against Drake and his poorly placed symbol towards Kendrick and his cornballs. You responded, Drake been fake thugging for 10 years. What are you talking about? This is also Kendrick's point. He responded to you, we got different opinions. My opinion is this folks who are celebs got somebody willing to take cases and do things. That's not what the point of the conversation is.
And this is where he kind of missed that point here. And that's where they're not understanding. And this is where I mean reality-based come from internet-based thinking is highlighting that and it's being exposed.
But the one thing people don't look real quick. If you really think you can back up your side of the debate, hit my DM and get on my live stream tomorrow live. Guess what happened? Nobody hit nothing because everybody got something to say until it comes to the live stream. Let me just get off that for a second. That's really what the primary issue is. Everybody, if you want to have a constructive debate about an issue where people come to a consensus, even if they disagree on sides, why don't you just come on this live stream and talk about it? Everybody who had all that energy in the comments from me and Cordell, all that energy in the comments from me and Skeeter Steve and everybody else in the comments, come on my live stream. Let's hash it out. But what happened? Everybody who had or said Kendrick's is you're a Kendrick Glazer. I invited them all through DM, told them to come on this live stream tonight. Guess what we hear? Guess what we hear?
And I'm still waiting
nothing but crickets. Nothing.
And I'm still waiting for a valid response.
And again, and listen, I'm here to take all valid response because again, I'm a native New Yorker, born and raised New Yorker. I am in my 40s. I have lived through the West Coast, East Coast beef, horrible time. I've lived as a kid through Kumo D and LL Cool J. I've lived through LL Cool J and cannabis. I've lived through G Unit versus the Locks, G Unit versus Fat Joe. I lived through the Joe Buttons versus Game Disses. This is the greatest rap battle ever in hip hop history. And my old ass can actually account to that. Kendrick is the top 5 greatest rappers in the industry, and he proves it through a battle. And my old ass can vouch for that. And people have been hating on the West Coast for over 30 years. This battle shows this, and the response is to Drake loss. Listen, Drake fans, it's no problem saying your favorite artist took an L. That doesn't make that artist whack. Why? Let me give you an example. The greatest boxer of all time is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali took L's, but he used those L's to become the greatest boxer of all time. I'm sorry. Stop acting like an L puts a chink in somebody's armor. Ghostwriting puts chink in somebody's armor, but that's another conversation entirely. The point is, for anybody that had those, oh, Drake is this and Kendrick lost, you are delusional, not because I said so. Let me show you why you're delusional if you think that Kendrick lost the battle. I'm going to share something to y'all. Let me share something to y'all. Window. Let me share. Come on. I'm going to share this window right here. And then people going to be like, word. And I'm going to be like, yes. Bag, I got to share the screen. Come on, brother. All right. Look at that. Cool. I got to share the screen. What's going on? Let me share my entire screen, and I'm going to show you this right quick. We live, everybody. We live, ladies and gentlemen. This is a live video. Entire screen. All right. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to share a window. All right, here we go. Check this out. Look at this. You see this right here? You see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
This a wedding. This is a wedding.
That is funny.
They're singing it at a wedding. And you said Kendrick lost. They're singing Not Like Us at a wedding. Are they singing Family Matters at a wedding? No. Let me pull it back for everybody that's watching this. You think Kendrick lost? Then why are they playing Not Like Us at a wedding? And look, listen to the lyrics. At a wedding. Do you see that? There's children, there's people of all races, all colors, all genders, all sexual preferences. You lost, fam.
And if they playing Night Like Us as a kid, Bob, I'll just tell you everything who won that battle.
A different wedding. Look at that, different wedding. Different wedding. At another wedding. This has become a wedding anthem now. But Kendrick lost. Do you see this? Different cultures. Do you see that? Different cultures. They are saying freaky ass N-word, you a 69 God at multiple weddings, whether you're black, Asian, Italian, Middle Eastern. This is, bro. How Kendrick lost? How? Let's keep it a bucky buck. How did he lose?
He didn't. And I think that's what people
at
understand.
Weddings? What are weddings? Weddings are the most memorable moment for a couple and both of their families. What do we see in just those 4 videos I presented? 2 sides of families, children included. Asians, blacks, whites, Italians, people that are Jewish, singing They Not Like Us and screaming A minor, but Kendrick lost the battle. What? Come on, fam. Go ahead, continue. Because guess what? You know why? Hey, ladies and gentlemen watching this, the only reason that me and Cordell on the stream right now is because I asked a whole bunch of Drake Glazers, hey, if you really want to hit me up in my comments, come on the live stream. I sent them the link to the live stream. Don't let me pull out screenshots. And I said, add your reasonings to the debate. I'm here to discuss it. If you got some valid points, let's go. But all I'm seeing is hand jobs and Drake glazing. And here's the crazy part before you start speaking. This is why I have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I have a problem. I'm going to pull the camera close right quick with my bad shape up. I'm going to pull the camera close. Why are African Americans defending a Canadian that's cosplaying, stealing African American culture, which is appropriation? Everybody had a problem with cultural appropriation when different cultures of people, but a Canadian stole the Atlanta styles, as proven in Not Like Us, stole rap flows from the West Coast, as proven with the Rapping Forte case and different cases, stolen rap styles from Floridians, American Floridians, as proven by XXXTentacion, where he used the whole flow of his song. But everybody's saying that Drake is cool, He's a Canadian utilizing African American culture and cosplaying it. And here's the kicker. There's some great Canadian artists. Big shout to Cardinal Official. There's great artists in Canada. Bring Canadian culture to North America and say, hey, we have a culture here. That's why the West Coast won. That's why the West Coast won this battle. Because the West Coast, one thing the West Coast has done, and I'm a New Yorker saying this, they have done consistently for over 35 years, the West Coast has always had their sound, and they never try to sound like anybody else. That's why Kendrick won. That's another reason Kendrick won. Kendrick won because you know what the West Coast sound is. Hard drums, hard bass, slang, flows, and funk, and synths. West Coast never deviated from the plan, even when Snoop came out. They kept their culture strong. But so for somebody from overseas to come here and y'all defending him, what's going on? Cordell, go ahead, continue.
And that's the main point. And that's authenticity. And that's where a lot of people don't understand from that. When you authentic, it shows. When a lot of stuff on that with Drake, reason why it didn't land well and bad for him, if you go back to the bars he was saying, and it's funny because since the battle, you see like a lot of clips and reels and memes saying, "Hey, these bars ain't age well for Drake," because a lot of stuff wasn't authentic and it didn't last and it ain't age well from it. Kendrick was West Coast from battle through and through. If you listen to that battle, four of the producers was all West Coast LA, all of them from there. He kept it West Coast. The language came from West Coast. He never deviated. Drake is trying to be throughout his whole career. He wanted again. He never embraced Toronto sound for the battle. So when you had to go home base, hey, I'm gonna take it back to Toronto to front of home turf because I know I'm going for a battle or war. At that point, Drake didn't tap into that. Kendrick did. Kendrick did, and he came prepared for it. And that's where the authenticity. Hey, people want to say the whole battle like, oh, Kendrick and forgot. Authentic. Kendrick was really ticked off, and that's why I said the Taylor Made. I played this somebody about the Taylor Made freestyle. That was one of the dumbest moves Drake could have did because it wasn't coming at him. You alienated the West Coast, and how Kendrick is. His mindset is when they pass the torch to him at 2011, 2012. Kendrick basically had the torch. I'm repping the West End on my back. He took that to slap in the face, and that ignited to another level he needed to do.
But wouldn't you take that as a slap to the face? Where are you originally from?
I'm from Buffalo, New York. Anything from East Coast, like the sound, the culture, and that's the thing why people don't get from the Kendrick in that battle. Is ingrained West Coast culture, ingrained West Coast culture. So just saying, being disrespectful to language or how they affect it on that, they take that to the heart. They don't. That's why Night Like Chess is not so big. It's not even just a diss track. It's an anthem to them. You're not like us. Everybody outside, hey, we love it. Y'all ain't the West Coast.
Yeah.
Y'all can't mimic our slang. Y'all can't mimic our music. You might use one of the beats on that. You can't make a West Coast album. Y'all can't beat us. You seen everybody trying to be like Atlanta. And you see some people might do just a better Atlanta artist. You seen Drake use Atlanta, being Atlanta better Atlanta artist. Not to the full extent to it, but some.
Let me
You
ask you a
can't beat
question.
West Coast like everybody West Coast.
Real quick, not to cut you off. You from Buffalo, New York, right?
Yeah.
Buffalo, right? Just imagine this for a second. Just imagine this for a second.
Yes,
We
sir.
live, everybody. We live, ladies and gentlemen. You from Buffalo, New York, right? Just
And I'm
imagine
gonna go
this.
something else too because I'm glad you made
Real
Buffalo,
quick.
New York to this.
Just imagine being from Buffalo, New York. There was an artist that came from France. They stole all of Griselda's flows and their beat styles, and they said that's our style. How the hell would you react?
You taking the whole East Coast style saying you did that. That would be disrespectful in that standpoint. Especially when Griselda kind of brung that back and they embraced it. That's why people in Buffalo love Griselda. Not just because they're from there and they represent. They represent Buffalo. They represent the sound that when East Coast back to love. That's why a lot of dudes in New York love Griselda because they bring that sound back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest problem with having the East Coast rap is they haven't embraced that sound where they want to embrace people like from Chicago, London, and different sounds and slang. Griselda like, no, we from New York. We from Buffalo, New York, but we embrace our sound, our music, our culture, our language. That's what we do. Drake never did that.
And that's
So
the
you
thing.
can't. You gonna have a turf.
Canada. If I was Drake, here's my plan for Drake, for any Drake fans, and you can agree with me. And again, I've been messaging Drake fans to come in this live stream while he's been talking. That's what you see me doing in the background. I've shared the link. I want to have a discourse with Drake fans. And again, because I like Drake too, and I like Kendrick, but I am a black man from New York City. East Coast till I die. And one thing I would not have is somebody who's not African American come to America, culturally appropriate. And mind you, I'm a DJ. I play more Drake than I would Kendrick. But it's still like, before all this Kendrick diss, the line about the slaves, we HBCU graduates. That got us instantly offended. If you graduated from it,
you could tell that whole battle he was culturally clueless because
that's it. Culturally clueless. Culturally clueless.
And that's where people will miss the bar at when he said Drake in for the culture, and they would put, well, Drake get this from culture. No, if you if you understand culture, and I'm not even just talking about just being Canadian or African American. I'm talking about hip hop culture or just being black to understand ruling culture, how people operate. There's certain things you would not do and attempt to do to say I'm gonna do this and just be braggadocious with it and be that arrogant and don't respond to it. There's consequences. Again,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you gonna taunt a dude, not just knowing your opponent. You're gonna taunt not just a dude, but taunt the West Coast who you actually had a house there, so you know how people out there feels about that. That was a mistake. Like you said, run away from the slaves. Black culture, that's a mistake. You're not you're not culturally cool to hip hop culture, but certain culture that's here that was real sensitive to it that caught people eye like, oh, you kind of don't get it. And that was exposed from that. And that was the misstep on it. It's almost like more of, and that's why I said the hip hop culture from Drake on that, and that's where it kind of highlight. He used it like as a toy in the game there. Like, okay, I like it, but you don't really understand the entirety of culture on that. But you was getting the past because you got a lot of that stuff with the internet there from. It was always going back to that one with Lil Wayne giving advice. Dude, stay Canadian. Stay you the truth from that. When the biggest thing like I said, I love So Far Gone. That was one of Drake biggest thing he introduced from that, from national wise, but it was a Canadian. It was Houston.
Yeah,
Take
real quick.
care.
Real quick, I put the stream link in the chat for anybody who wants to join live. I want to go through some comments real quick from the host of Lace Rhymes. Kendrick is the greatest rapper alive in his generation. That's a fact. I agree.
Mhm.
He says he need to
I,
take off. He need to take off a year. As for now, he's done. That's a fact when it comes to Drake. He
yeah,
says
and I got
I'm
and
hit.
I got to
I,
respond about what Drake should do, but I said it from that, and I told Jay Lon this, and I told somebody this. Kendrick got a chance to be the greatest of all time, and I'm
yeah,
a big Jay Z fan. But man, with Kendrick doing who he is at this point now, there's no denying this, man.
there isn't. You can't deny it. You can't. You listen at this point. Listen, I'm born and bred New Yorker saying this. I'll say it again. You said it. What Drake wasn't culturally competent. Drake, when he says he's doubled down on that slave line. First of all, bro, you are from Canada, and you going to try to disrespect the African American for trying to rep for our culture through and through, and you're saying he's doubling down on the slave line. He wants to be an activist. Go ahead, let him hand him his Grammy. Let me talk to the man in the house, to his aunt who transitioned. You going to diss a black man on all those fronts, and people say, "Oh, all's love and fair in battle." Yeah, but we're talking about being culturally competent. You're gonna let
And
a
there was
foreigner come to America and talk crazy like that about us on that level? Come on now, it's not Kendrick anymore. It's us right now.
And then there's also the music over the brain power that you also trying to use for this battle, and just making like, yo, nobody ain't gonna care about the words. He said, yo, go use these quantum anthropology, whatever you do, nobody gonna understand it. And
But guess
now
what?
people are researching this stuff there, and it's hitting home now
Look what
still.
you said. I'm gonna run it again. You said what? Use those big words. Nobody's gonna understand it. Hey Drake, you see this? They understand it. Oh Drake, they don't understand it.
There's
They don't
and then
understand it, Drake. Oh, so Drake, they don't understand what Kendrick's saying because he's using mad words. This is another wedding. Let's go. A white wedding. Excuse me, an Asian wedding. So Drake, Kendrick, they ain't gonna understand Kendrick, huh? A Nigerian wedding. A
and
Nigerian wedding.
he got the world crip walking right now.
So Drake, Kendrick got complicated rhymes. They ain't gonna understand it. He's at a Nigerian wedding. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A bride and groom coming into the song. A bride and groom coming in. A bride and groom. Come on now. Look at that. A Latin wedding. So Drake, they ain't gonna understand Kendrick. So Kendrick lost? Nah. Let's go. Old people at a wedding. Look at fam. Come on, fam. Look. You got your man on the triangle. This man is like 67 years old. Look at his face.
And it's getting real.
That's crazy. Another wedding. Another wedding. Well, an Asian wedding. So Drake, nobody gonna listen to Kendrick? Nobody gonna listen to Kendrick?
Not to mention, people are still breaking down some of the stuff there. I heard something crazier was like even, and that's another thing about the whole point where people don't understand. Everything Kendrick did was an intent and purpose. Like people are still break down Euphoria. It was funny because I seen something with even the last part of it, not like somebody said, hey, they broke this down. They saying we're like off the last part. Hey, run for your life, step this way. People bring out say, yo, that's a shot to Fat Albert with Bill Cosby, and then step this way, step in their love with R. Kelly.
Oh man, I didn't even get that. That's
Don't,
crazy.
don't, but this goes to my point, who you going against, but that culture knows going on, what he's doing prepared. You're not prepared for that, and that's the reason why you lost. But this is why I say in denial. If you could break this down step by step, you're going to it. This ain't just like a one thing. There's so much you could go to just this 4 songs alone. And I go by say it. I don't think Kendrick dropped his nuke yet. That was the bad part about it. When he said headshots for the year, this song gonna ring out for the year. You could break that down, get something new
Oh,
out of it.
like Joe Button says, when HBCU season comes back and the band
Oh
start to
my
playing,
lord.
it's over. It's over. Let's get to some more people's responses on the internet about this. Let me play the homie Curtis King, what he said about this. Look at this.
As you would expect, young Champagne Poppy himself, brick ass nigga ES69 God. Of course, his sassy ass had to take a selfie in the embassy, put on a nice little outfit, throw a jersey on, felt cute, might delete later head ass nigga. And what did he say? This nigga took a selfie and said, Summer League. Like, people make me care about this and make me pay attention to this shit. But I think it's really zesty to look at this and see. Even one of the top comments here, he thinks that Drake is clowning the venue size of the pop-out show.
Please, it was packed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime example of how culturally fucking tone deaf Drake is. If he is indeed, because maybe he's saying, hey, I'm getting ready for, this is my summer league time where I'm about to get ready and I'm about to pop out and I'm going to show brothers. Maybe he's in that place. But if you're making a statement about the Great Western Forum, now known as the Kia Forum, sold out historical place in the middle of a black hub of culture.
You better preach, Curtis.
Something to look down upon, and that Kendrick could only fill out a summer league venue, which if you don't know in basketball, summer leagues are not sold out shows. Summer leagues tend to be folks who are diehards that want to see what the new rookies and the new class coming in looks like, right? I've been to a summer league game and I saw Kobe play one time the first year Phil Jackson was going to be the coach. I saw that. But when you say things like this is why people are saying, even if you don't mean anything about Kendrick, shut up. Shut up.
That's facts.
Shut all the way up. Because of what it looks like. Exactly. Drew League is another place where it's like, it's not going to be impressive if you're looking at it from a numbers game. But that's the problem. You value numbers over culture, Drake. And it.
But listen, ain't that it? But listen, let's go right here. You are the CEO of Overhaul Training. Can you please just tell people who are not basketball sound, because I'm a UFC head, I do not watch basketball, what he was saying and break that down?
Yeah. So I always talk about this, and this is where we talking about cultural impact. And this is why I say this and what you do for the game, and you can relate it to 2, maybe 3 athletes, right? So if you look at we talk about Jordan and LeBron debate. Let's go from here on that, and I'll put the other 2 from that. And then we go to a second, even to a third. Well, I'll go about this. Let's name 3 athletes. People want to say Jordan or LeBron to go. That's opinion based on it. Jordan cultural impact to that weighs way more than what LeBron does around that time period. And you talking about influential cultural, Jordan has a major shift into basketball there that cannot be duplicated. Allen Iverson have a culture shift that cannot be duplicated. Steph Curry, his impact to the game can have a bigger impact that cannot be duplicated. That have changed the basketball space for a long time. And that's where that you may not have your greatness may be there. If you're one of the greatest there on that, that's good. But now if you do something that influence and pop that may not say, hey, Jordan don't have the most points. He probably was the best basketball player of all time, but he more the most cultural influence ever, right? That's who he has it. It ain't just about that numbers. LeBron may have all the numbers and stats, but he played longer. He had the impact to those 6 championships, how that affected the game that period that Jordan has, right? Steph, same thing. He may not be better than LeBron, but his cultural impact is bigger from that. And now you see how he had the effect in this generation that passed him on for that. So that's what you're saying. You decide different too. Even Allen Iverson, how he changed the culture, just not just basketball, just from black culture, because everybody trying to dress like him and had that emotional attachment to him, right? So with Kendrick, he had that to the West Coast. Like you got the numbers and everything else, but there's a bigger connection in music that people can relate to you from there now. When you talking about from Drake on it, he might relate to hey being braggadocious, but he has several times he may not understand from black culture there from that. That's why a lot of stuff is fine culture clueless. But we look at a person like AI and Steph on the subject or not, they have that impact on the game that have the way that people feel from that gravitates to you on that.
Let me add to that. It's not just the West Coast no more. It's
not
the entire United States of America.
But and that's why it goes to my final point is about that why he won that battle. People see that because now it's this is Kendrick. Think about that at the end of that battle. And this is the funniest part there. And this is why I said lots of Drake said don't age well. Go back to when Drake said about Kendrick, I make music that timeless. He just makes stuff for the moment. If you go back, people go back to listen to albums now from Kendrick now. I listened to Mr. Morale Big Stepper 3 times back from that. It hits deeper now, and it should hit more deeper to Drake because it had that effect from it. Like Father Time, Kendrick speaks about that father issue. It feel like that would hit Drake more if you look at. But people that impact people because how people feel from that. Damn, have a connection from that. Pimp Butterfly. Those replays, his music connects and hits different now, and it's timeless. That you say, something's going on today that we can sit there and listen to. That's relatable to it, and now, that's where Drake is looking for the pop thing. The music is not aging well to some of it. Now, is it enjoyable more fun go to the club? Yeah, but then you look at some stuff like, you know what? It don't hit.
But hear me out. Listen to your point. That's the dilemma. You cannot disrespect somebody and expect people to take your pop mannerisms seriously when somebody's coming with substance. Let me get back to our original point for everybody that's watching. Listen, this is why are Drake fans still in denial? Why can't they accept Kendrick's win? If you want to support my stream, please hit me up on Cash App right now. Big shout out to everybody in the comments. Lace Rhymes, I'm waiting for you to come up in the stream. I've sent you mad links. I don't know what's going on your side, but listen, I wish you was here. There's this guy who broke down the Kendrick battle real quick. I want to play that for everybody real quick so you can listen to what this guy said real quick.
Meet Aubrey Graham. See, Aubrey had a problem. Everyone hated him. And it's so much more people than you can imagine. I'm gonna need y'all to lock in. When The Weeknd was first coming up, Drake said, sign on my label. The Weeknd said, nah. Drake said, okay, can you help me with some songs? Though The Weeknd said, sure, why not? Drake said, can you help me with some more songs and some more songs? Matter of fact, can you just give me half of your album? The Weeknd said, I don't really have a choice because I'm a new artist, but I'm not going to sign your label. Drake said, that's okay. We're still friends. Then Drake started dating his ex-girlfriend, Bella Hadid. Meet A$AP Rocky. Drake took him on his first tour ever, but Drake noticed something. A$AP Rocky kept hanging out with this girl named Rihanna, and Drake really liked that girl named Rihanna. Fast forward years later, A$AP Rocky gets married to Rihanna and they have kids. Drake didn't like that very much. So Drake starts saying mean things about him and his wife, so he gets mad. Meet Ricky. He thought Drake was a little weird because of the whole Meek Mill situation and for the fact that Drake called for a cease and desist on a French Montana song behind the scenes. But Rick said, we're still friends. Rick Ross then features on Metro Boomin's new album, does not say anything about Drake, but Drake took it some type of way. So Drake invites Rick Ross's ex-girlfriend to his concert. Rick Ross doesn't like that very much, so he gets upset. Which brings us to Metro Boomin himself, who's the man who kind of started this whole thing. See, Metro didn't really like Drake because Drake has always been weird in the industry. He thought it was a little strange that Drake was still getting awards for an album that nobody listened to, and Metro was not getting any awards for his album that everyone listened to. Drake said, screw you. Metro said, screw you back. Future didn't have no big problems with Drake, but he's very close with Metro Boomin, and he's been in the industry a long time. He knows. So he probably thought, I see where Metro's coming from, but it wasn't that deep for him. Drake didn't see it that way. Future, you chose your side. I don't care if you're talking about me or not on the album. Screw you too. Pusha ain't really had no problem with Drake like that, but I need you to pay attention. Drake had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Drake's mentor, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne had a problem with Pusha T because Pusha T had a problem with Lil Wayne's mentor, Birdman. Pusha T had a problem with Birdman because Birdman didn't pay Pharrell money for a beat. And Pharrell and Pusha T go way back to the days they weren't famous. Another trend you'll see in all these beefs is Drake inserting himself in a position he just doesn't need to be in. Like Megan Thee Stallion, she was having a problem with somebody named Jay Prince, Tory Lanez. Drake said, ooh, let me hop in. But Drake makes a song about her saying some crazy things. It gets wicked. He then gets mad at John Moran, starts to beef over a girl. He then starts beefing with Common because Common dated Serena Williams and Drake likes Serena Williams. He then starts beefing with ASAP. Did I mention him? He then starts beefing with Ye. It's always been a love-hate thing between them. But then when the Pusha thing happened, Pusha T is signed to Kanye's labels. They were close, so Kanye chose Pusha T's side. But then Drake starts getting close to Kim Kardashian. Kanye thought that was weird, so he says, screw you, Drake. He's also had beef with Tyga, Joe Budden, Jhené Aiko, Tinashe, Childish Gambino, I believe. A million people. But most of all, the people have always been a little annoyed with Drake. Fun fact, Drake as well as Kid Cudi and Kanye were the first people to make semi-nerdy cool in the rap game. Those three were in the forefront of rap is changing. But everyone tolerated Kanye and Kid West, but Drake took things to a whole nother level. Let's just be frank, Drake is half white, but that's not the problem. The problem is to many people, Drake puts on a persona of blackness. If you're not black, that's not up for discussion. Listen closely. J. Cole is half white, but he acts like J. Cole. Accepted. Lil Yachty is from the suburbs. Acts like Lil Yachty. Accepted. So Drake being half white and being from the suburbs really has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that he pretends to be someone he's not that kind of annoys some people. It's the fact that many artists claim that he takes their songs. XXXTentacion is one of these people. This is why his whole crew OVO hates them, because they make music too. But apparently he takes all their songs and doesn't let them release any music. It's the ghostwriter claim. It's the fact that he's always messaging young women. It's the random petty stuff he does online. Now you may be asking yourself, has all this been going on for 15 years? Why would people still mess with Drake like that? Well, that's because he was making good music. The moment he stopped making very good music, the bubble that he'd been building for so many years was ready to pop. And then there's Kendrick Lamar. See, Drake took Kendrick on his first tour, the same one that he took A$AP Rocky on. But then Kendrick comes out with a song called Control. It's a Big Sean song as well. And Kendrick is throwing shots at everybody in the industry, but it's friendly competition. He said, I got love for you all. Everybody he named was cool with it. In fact, they said, if you got named in that Kendrick verse, that means you're a good rapper. Everyone except for Drake. You see, Drake took it the hardest. He took it very personal. Drake went to Kendrick, said, Kendrick, Drake said, why would you say you got love for me, but then say you want to take the rap crown from me? I would like an apology. Kendrick said, okay, I'm sorry that you took it the hardest. In fact, I hate you, and I've always hated you. You know why?
This dude is perfect. This dude is
I
perfect.
don't like your morals. I never wanted to say anything.
This dude is perfect. I'm sorry.
I thought I'm a little weird as well, so let's talk about it. Drake said, fine, we finna see who the craziest. Kendrick said, you don't want to do that. Everyone in the industry tried to tell Drake, you don't want to do that. Drake did it. And well, that's why we're here now.
Yo, that is, listen, give it up to this young man. I don't know what his name is. I gotta find it. I'm gonna credit him for sure. Yo, real talk, that was the best breakdown of everything. And right then and there, the name of this video is Drake Fans Are in Denial. Why can't they accept Kendrick's win? The way that man, like, literally comprehensively broke everything down, proved the point as to why the entire industry isn't backing up Drake in the battle. Proved the point why Lil Wayne has said nothing. Birdman has said nothing. Jay Prince has said nothing publicly. You know, when it comes to Drake, when you mess with Drake, Jay Prince would do like an audio and warn people. That didn't happen this time. Why? Look at the comprehensive breakdown that he broke down. Listen, Drake fans, like I said before earlier in the conversation, I'm a DJ. I play way more Drake than I would Kendrick. I don't know about nowadays, but the point is Kendrick has the world screaming a minor. Even if the accusations are not true, people we've showed in this video, people in weddings from Nigeria, Mexican weddings, Spanish weddings, Puerto Rican weddings, Irish weddings, Jewish weddings, all types of ceremonies are playing They Not Like Us of all ages, ranges, sexes, and sexual preferences. It looks bad for your boy business-wise, on a business level. These are not assumptions. I showed you video early in the video. I gave you reasons why Kendrick won. Cordell gave you great information and a different context of how he's contextually clueless to American culture. Anybody, listen, put in the comments after this video finishes. We live right now. But before we close things off, Cordell, you have any closing statements after that great comprehensive breakdown from this young man?
Man, you beef with Pharrell and you beef with Common. You know you the problem at this point, man. Like they never you got a problem with somebody who made a song called Happy. Let's make that clear. All right. That's how you know your insecurity is killing your career at this standpoint. And you notice that's the reason why he's going to these younger artists there that you're around Sexy Red, because he cannot build these relationships there and he hasn't grown from that. And now he's losing touch of what he can do next musically. There's not a next stage from that. And the biggest thing, this is the biggest L Drake has coming, and it's a big one. I suggest this. I know Drake want to be sensitive, keep popping up, which is I think is the biggest mistake he could do right now. What Drake need to do is just lay low, probably throughout the summer. He need to try to come up with somebody at the end of the year, lead this battle going on, and try to make hot music, but connect to his side where he needs to experience what he's going through now. The biggest thing I learned from what I seen from Drake from that, where he responded to insecurity, and I would never forget that when I'm like, oh, this hit home from that, was from that Pusha T battle. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm looking. And what I mean by that is not because just for the fact that Pusha T got him, it's his response, right? It was almost how he remade the song Scorpion, how he responded. It was almost like he was ashamed to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the insecurity, and then just that braggadocious stuff he want from that is what's hurting them to get exposed. It's the same thing you feeling. It's worse with Kendrick.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm sorry to cut you off. We have somebody in the stream who's a Drake fan. Listen, Keith, he's laughing out loud. Keith, why don't you come in the live stream right now and defend your boy?
It is true, Keith.
Listen, I'll put the link up in here. Here's the link in the comments. Come in the live stream right now. Like real talk. If you want to defend Drake and you think Kendrick lost, come in the live stream right now, Keith. I got your name up at Keith. I want to hear your premise.
Keith is people's.
Yeah, Keith is our people's. We love Keith.
But the biggest thing I'm saying is, give me a valid reason for me to say that the Baker side, like, okay, you get a valid point. Because Keith, honestly, I haven't really heard.
You saying I like Drake and Kendrick. We like Drake and Kendrick. Keith, if you really have points to show why you feel Drake won, come in the live stream right now. I have provided the link in the comments. You want me to send you the link in your inbox right now? I'll send it right now. Because I really want to hear how you can say Kendrick took the L. Keith, if you're ready, come in the stream. I'll pull you up. I definitely will pull you up.
And the final point is, and this is the biggest thing I know from that standpoint before you pull up on that too, is I always go by, I don't care what you say, I got to respond. When people say Drake could have out-rapped Kendrick, I don't believe Drake could have or attempted to, because Drake know he wasn't. That's why he went the T route. And it fell flat in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I sent Keith the link. Keith, if you're ready to come on, I sent the link, Keith. Oh, we got a Drake fan about to say how Kendrick lost. I really want to hear this. Keith, listen, Keith is our boy. This ain't no disrespect. This is a healthy debate. We all HBCU grads up in here. I sent the link. I cannot wait. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see a Drake fan try to act like Kendrick did not win. And we going to hammer him with points. But I want to see him hit us with points. I sent the link, fam. We waiting for you. In the meantime, we're waiting for everybody. Welcome to the KaleafWins show. I'm here joined by the CEO of Overhaul Training. Please go to his information. Look it up on Google. Overhaul Training. Can you please give him a breakdown of what your company does and how it helps the community while we wait for Keith?
Overhaul Training basically is a basketball skills training business where in Dayton, Ohio, currently at the moment right now, we actually help we have about 40, 50 clients currently, kids and players are playing basketball out of the Dayton, Ohio area. We have recently had about 7, 8 players that went to the full rise Division I scholarship, another 10 that went Division II scholarships within the span of 5, 6 years. We look at trying to continue to span that base for the summer. We work from kids from 5 years old all the way to professional pros. Biggest thing with my training though is more detailed versus the traditional training, not just getting our shots and reps. We're getting reps with the details. So we have so that's the biggest thing. We add on it with the skill base, how to transfer that skills to the game, or like we call real skills transfer the game, like the real movements.
All right.
So we train.
See, we're on the stream with a consummate professional. Keith, we are waiting for you to join the stream. I sent the link to your e-box. Oh, let's go. What's going on?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Yo, what up? Yo, everybody watching this on the live
What
stream. What's
up?
going to the KaleafWins show? Welcome here, the homie Keith. Keith is our friend. Let's just put this out there. I don't want no hate coming to Keith in the comments
Frank,
when this
you
video
know
drop.
you my guy, Frank. You already know that, baby.
You know what I'm saying? We are family. You know what I'm saying?
Looking, what up, Keith? I'm just
What's
looking for
happening,
a valid. I'm just looking for a valid. Because the biggest thing I tell people from that, like, I won't mind the discourse on it. I'm looking for a valid point to take from a Drake.
So listen, and this is how I know that y'all don't read what I post. I never said Kendrick didn't lose.
Okay. Yeah, nigga.
I never said Kendrick didn't lose.
Yeah, nigga.
Okay, but
yeah,
but this is what I laugh at. This is what I laugh at.
All right, go ahead.
Again, I like Drake and I like Kendrick. Kendrick
Me
won
too.
The battle. Kendrick won this battle, no question about it.
Okay.
Kendrick out-rap Drake. But to sit here and say that Drake is dead from this is a big-time stretch.
All right, hold on for a second. Let me ask you a question. Real talk. Okay. If Drake came out with singles like next week, do you think it will have the same sway of momentum that it did previous to this battle? That's my question.
It won't have the same sway of momentum. No, it won't. I can agree to that. But at the same time, the stream's gonna go crazy because everybody want to hear what Drake gonna say now.
But do you think Drake is gonna say anything towards Kendrick, or Drake's gonna keep it pushing?
He gonna keep it pushing.
No, he's gonna say something to Kendrick because he's the king of subs.
He might throw a little.
No,
I'm gonna tell Steve real quick. Steve, before you start talking, this is Steve, the host of Lace Rhymes podcast. Follow him on YouTube and everything like that. This is Keith Moore, HBCU graduate, proud black man, proud business owner, and then I'm here with Cordell, CEO of Overhaul Training. We're going to do these introductions right, but go ahead, Steve.
Absolutely. But now, I think so Drake gonna throw taps. He gonna throw taps at Kendrick.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't. I don't disagree with you.
Look, and I'm going to tell you, because even though I'm from Vegas, I am heavily tapped in with the West Coast. I done spoke to like my nigga Jab, my nigga Glasses Malone. Shout out to Glasses Malone. Glasses Malone said, this nigga got 5 more ready and waiting. And you think Not Like Us was bad? He said Kendrick got 3 more of them. And he's waiting for this nigga to come back out to sub him. He's waiting for it.
I heard that from that dude.
So that's why I'm all like, and that's why I said he needs to take the whole year off. He don't need to put nothing out because right now it is bad. It is bad.
I ain't gonna say the whole year, but he do need to take some time off.
Yeah,
like right now, the wave is not gonna go in his favor at all at this point.
Yeah,
But when he drops, he gonna drop. And it's gonna go crazy.
But here's the thing.
Hold up, it's gonna go crazy. How crazy?
Frank, I got it. I got this. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for it.
I've been begging Steve in the inbox for an hour to come on.
I ain't as astute as y'all are. I'm a sports guy. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. I feel it. But here's the thing though, and here's the problem, and this is why I'm gonna say this and watch what I'm about to say. Yes, Drake got all the singles, but here's what's gonna separate him. Oh, he's doing all these numbers, but I'll bet money on this right now on this live stream on this day. 10 years from now, Kendrick is gonna have a diamond album before Drake does. Drake don't even have a diamond album.
Oh, I don't.
When it's all said and done,
it's hard to do that.
No. When it's all, it is very hard though. But when you continue to listen to these albums, that's just all like Pac's All Eyes on Me and Big Ready to Die. It took years upon years for those albums to do what it did to go diamond. Kendrick is gonna Kendrick is gonna reach that before Drake does. He is going to reach that, and then not only that, how bad this is just the beginning. Every year when Juneteenth come around,
oh, that's a fact.
Not Like Us is going to be a friendly reminder. It's going to be a friendly reminder. That's why I'm on, like, when you're like with Drake, we bypass a lot of the things. We bypass him stealing Soldier Boy's flow. We bypass him getting the lawsuit by rapping Forte, stealing his line verbatim, and rapping Forte winning the lawsuit. These are things that we have bypassed this man for years that he has been doing. And it's like, now you stuck your hand in the cookie jar and you finally got caught. And now, what you getting mad for? Why are you mad? Because you finally got caught. You finally got caught.
All right, hold on. I want to add to that. So I did a lot of research when I said I'm gonna do the stream. And number one, I'm gonna say this: we live right now on YouTube, we live right now on Twitter, we live right now on Facebook. This is the KaleafWins show. I'm joined here by the host of Lace Rhymes podcast. Follow him on YouTube, the homie Steve. I'm here joined by HBCU grad, proud father and proud businessman Keith up in the house. I'm here joined by Cordell, CEO of Overhaul Training, proud HBCU graduate and proud member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, Blue Phi. You know, sorry, I got hype a little bit, but I compiled a list and I said to myself, you know what? Because guess what, Keith? You seen it in my comments. I
Right.
told everybody I want a healthy debate, and everybody I hit them up with the link as quick as I hit you up with the link from yesterday, and I compiled the link. When somebody asked me the question, why are you saying Drake is a culture vulture? I looked it up, and I'm adding to Steve's point. Let me share my screen and show you this. Let me share you this screen right here. Maybe if I can shut up and just share it. All right, here we go. You ready? Boom. Do you see this? Do you see this on the screen? 30 instances of when Drake has been accused of stealing music. What Skeeters just said,
I
rapping
saw something
Forte
like this earlier today.
accused Drake of lifting lyrics from Players Club from YG's Who Do You Love for leading to a $100,000 settlement. Drum claimed Drake's Hotline Bling heavily borrowed from his song Cha Cha. Third, Jimmy Smith's estate sued Drake for using a monologue from Jimmy Smith's rap without permission in Pound Cake Paris motion music. Fourth, Brandon Cooper and Timothy Valentine alleged that Drake and Chris Brown's No Guidance stole from Cooper's I Love Your Dress. Triple XXXTentacion fans know the similarities between Drake's KMT and Triple XXXTentacion's Look at Me. Give me props for saying that fast. 6, Rapping Forte again accused Drake of copying his flow in Who Do You Love. Moji 7 claimed Drake uses Toronto slang and style without credit. 8, Detail, a producer, sued Drake for physical assault after dispute of unpaid royalties and uncredited contributions. 9, Julius Johnson accused Drake of copying the artwork for his Scary Hours EP. 10, Soldier Boy accused Drake of copying his flow from What Happening and Miss Me. 11, Polo G suggested Drake in the cut took elements from his own work. 12, Meek Mill famously called out Drake for using Ghost Riders. That's not a steal point, but we'll move forward. 13, Chris Brown and Tyga have both suggested Drake borrowed their musical ideas without credit. 14, Rapping Forte yet again indicated multiple disputes over different tracks. 15, Chris Brown, in addition to the song Theft Claim, has had multiple disputes with Drake's over creative content. 16, Kendrick Lamar has subtly suggested Drake might have borrowed lyrical themes and styles. 17, Tory Lanez implied that Drake used similar hooks and themes in his own song. 18, Quentin Miller was involved in a ghostwriting controversy where Meek Mill highlighted Drake's use of uncredited writers. 19, Eric Bellinger accused Drake of copying his New Flame for his Heat of the Moment song. 20, Mace has mentioned that Drake's The Ride took heavily from his own lyrics. 21, Common insinuated that Drake's flow on certain tracks was derivative of his own style. 22, Joe Buttons accused Drake of copying themes and flows from his older mixtapes. That is actually a fact. 23, T.I. suggested that Drake's Pound Cake borrowed from his own unreleased tracks. 24, Jay-Z has suddenly hinted at Drake borrowing elements from his classic songs. 25, Future has hinted that Drake took ideas from their joint mixtape and repurposed them as his own solo projects. 26, Weeknd has suggested that Drake used ideas from his early mixtapes without proper credit. 27, Party Next Door has had disputes over the ownership of certain hooks and lyrics used by Drake. 28, J. Cole fans have noticed similarities between his work and Drake's subsequent releases. 29, Migos has accused Drake of borrowing their triplet flow style without acknowledgement. 30, Big Sean has mentioned in interviews that some of Drake's flows and lyrical themes seem similar. I'm saying.
This sounds like the shit Cat Williams was saying about every other comedian.
And here's the thing, Keith, let me add to that. I'm a DJ.
Right.
Every DJ knows we playing 10 times more Drake songs and features than we would Kendrick. That's just off top. That's off top. But the accusations of him being a P word, which I'm not going to say on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook Live, which I'm currently on, the Millie Bobby Brown stuff about him being in the inbox, Billie Eilish talking about him trying to hit her up before she was of age, the compilation Of all of these, some self-inflicted wounds, accusations, and other proven stolen credit, they will have major business damage to Drake's career moving forward. They will have crazy collaborative damage. Who's gonna really collab with Drake like that, especially from the West Coast? Especially from the West Coast. And number 3, I think this is a great opportunity for Drake to say, you know what? Take 6 months off. And like me and Cordell said earlier in the conversation, go to your Canadian roots and I'll bring a whole new style up. And why would I say this works? And you can look this up. A long time ago, when Timbaland was mad that a lot of people were biting his production style, he complained and told Prince. Prince says, you create a brand new style. I create brand new styles all the time. Drake can recover from this if he brings brand new original styles and release tracks. That's the only recovery I see moving forward. But if he keeps on I'm going to get on the new single, the new person, and ride their wave, that's gone. That's over with. Your input, fellas.
Man, like I said on my pod where I have released my episode, Drake is the new Ja Rule. Let's just keep it real.
No,
For starters.
I can't go there. I can't go there. No, I can't.
No,
This is what I would say. If Drake try to go down this road, if he try to throw another shot, or he trying to pop up and do the same route he doing, then yeah, that's potentially gonna happen. He needs to lay low throughout. I give it 6 months too, and create that whole sound. He need to lay low for a while to find his identity stuff with his music. He cannot try to pop out. This whole thing talking about summer vibes is a big mistake because right now it's Kendrick's time right now. His
You don't think Ja Rule effect can happen to Drake? You don't think that can happen?
I think that can happen.
Ja Rule died. Drake ain't gonna die from this. Drake didn't survive.
What?
If he do this wrong, he will.
Okay, I can go there with you, but come on, this Ja Rule thing is not comparable, man. Stop.
Real quick, let's explain the Ja Rule thing.
Like that, but Ja Rule died, man.
Listen, Keith, me and you was on campus the same time. Me and you was on campus. Remember how that Ja Rule effect felt when it dropped? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
high school.
But let's examine the Ja Rule effect. What happened with Ja Rule?
I was in high school too.
Ja Rule stopped releasing tracks, right? He took a break. And then when he came back, Ja Rule tried to use the same formula and didn't work. And that's why his career took a slump. Now, look what you said earlier. If Drake tries to go back to the usual programming and jump on an Afrobeat song, then jump on a Latin trap song, the Africans, the Nigerians who do Afrobeat are going to say, you're not going to do to us what you did to the West Coast. Anybody that collabs says, you're not going to do to us what you did to the West Coast. If Drake does not come out with his own original style and formula, he's done. Before anybody, whatchamacallit, replies, let me get to some comments real quick. Nikki Harney, what's up, says? She says he should call Taylor Swift for a feature. That's never happened.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He can't do that.
Yeah, he can't do that because Taylor Swift rides with Kendrick. She's Team Kendrick.
And Kendrick's a Swiftie. Kendrick's a Swiftie.
So, yeah.
Nikki Harney also says Ja Rule was never that hot and he ugly. She's hilarious. So
you crazy.
She said he's a cookie monster. This guy named Sam Alden says Kendrick sweep the floor with Drake. Preach, church, tabernacle. You speaking facts. But fellas, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we live. I don't care. Keith, I love you, my nigga. I ain't seen you in years. It's good to debate with you. I thought you was gonna put your foot directly in our back with this. I was waiting for the smoke.
I will say the one argument I will disagree with Keith when he's saying Drake is still the GOAT.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Kendrick Lamar ain't the GOAT for me.
For you.
I'm sorry.
For you.
Yeah, I just can't go there right now.
But let me ask you this question. In this current era of hip-hop, real quick, in this era of hip-hop, who has done what Kendrick has done? Who has bars like Kendrick has? And who has international acclaim like Kendrick has?
So, this is what I'll ask you. And again, don't shoot me.
No, I'm not shooting you. I'm just listening.
But my question is, I ain't heard from Kendrick since this.
You're absolutely right. But see, let's real quick. I know.
And if we're talking about rapping, to me, J. Cole, my guy. I'm just being honest.
And J. Cole apologized at Dreamville. We'll keep that moving.
But I felt what the situation was. I felt the
Well, to
situation though.
be fair on that, we did get until that Schoolboy Q stepped in and said, "Yo, Cole, we need to battle out this. This is really between Drake and Kendrick."
Yeah.
And he
So I
and
battled
think it
then
was
the
the
fact,
angle Drake tried to
yeah.
play. Drake tried to use J Cole, and
and
Schoolboy
Oh,
Cole
kind of
bowed
seen
out.
that.
To me
oh,
personally, and this is me, I like Cole better than both of them.
And
That's
that's
just
a
me.
perfect.
oh,
That's a
okay.
personal preference, and that's I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and that's a yeah. That's
But
a preference, no problem. Now let me ask you this. Since you're a Cole fan, and this is what the problem that I have with Cole, and I'm finna break this down since we're live so everybody can see. I'm finna rip Cole in the shreds. This is my guy. I'm like you. I rock with Cole, but I'm finna break him down all the way to the kneecaps down. We get
Okay.
to the first mixtapes, warm up and Friday Night Lights, fire. We get to Sideline Story. What the fuck are you doing, bro? This is not you. This is not your cadence. This is not how you rap. We get to Born Center. Oh, I let Nas down. Oh, and then Forbidden Fruit. You have Kendrick, one of the hottest dudes in the game right now. You wouldn't even let him cook a 16 on Forbidden Fruit. We get to yours truly, 1 and 2. Yours truly, 1 and 2 sound way better than Born Center. You get the Forest Hill Drive.
Better
This is
work to
how
me.
you supposed to come out. Yeah, this is what you should have came out to gate.
Still
And
one of my
then
favorite albums
I'm
ever.
just ever. And then for me, this is when I knew Kendrick was solidified. When they did the Black Friday freestyle. When Kendrick rapped over Cole's beat, he was solidified. And then when J. Cole tried to rap over, all right, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I
We get
mean,
the For
lyrically,
Your
They
he's
Eyes.
both
right.
killed it, man.
He's
Come
right.
on now, they
Yeah,
both killed it.
yeah, no. We hold on. I'm not done yet. Let me cook. We get the For Your Eyes Only. Not bad. KOD. I'm a fan of KOD. KOD was dope. And then after that, here he comes, woofing off at the mouth, talking this shit on Middle Child. Niggas is counting me out. I'm loading my clip. If I take a rapper out, oh, it ain't gonna be no clout for no name. So you was already barking that shit since Middle Child on Revenge of the Dreamers Volume 3. You
He
kept
went
doing all
crazy
these
on
features.
that Benny the Butcher track too.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. So
Oh
He
my
did.
god.
he did.
I
So he
agree.
started going, yeah. So he started going on this crazy preacher run, but y'all not like. And then I'm catching. Oh, Cole really trying to talk this shit. He really want this smoke. Then we get the first person shooter. Is it
He
K.
went crazy on
Aubrey
that
or
one too.
me? Yeah, is it K. Aubrey or me? But I'm feeling like I'm the greatest, like Muhammad Ali. So if you're feeling like you're number one, just like what Kendrick said, don't like that. Y'all niggas gonna have to prove to me if you're a problem. You need to let me know if you're a problem. If not, get out my way.
And
Get out
that's
my
what
way.
solidified him as the GOAT to me. That
Go.
solidified
And
him.
bro, you caught him. Bro, he got out the way because he didn't really want that smoke. And then when you did 7 minute drill, it wasn't even believable.
And
It
that's
wasn't
why he
even
backed out.
believable.
And he said
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Your first shit is a classic. Your last shit is a tragic. Bro, sorry though, but your last album you put out, bro, Tyler the Creator smoked that shit.
Yeah, he
He
did.
smoked, yeah. Tyler the Creator smoked Cole's last album. So I'm all like, yo, like Cole, I rock with you too, though, but you know this is a lyrical warfare. You know this. So and to me, I feel like Kendrick more so as a GOAT because he was trying to go at both of them by himself. He's
And he
lone
would have
wolf.
won.
I don't
And he would
won.
have
And he
won.
would have won.
And he would have
He would have
won.
he would have
20v1
won.
versus 1v20.
One
He
v
would have took
20.
those two.
And then let's just get into the wordplay. Your daddy's a killer. It must be a junior and a son. When shit gets shaky, I park his son. Parkinson disease? What?
Hey, Keith, come on. Out of those
What?
three, listen, we
What?
can listen. I love J. Cole a lot. I love Drake. When I DJ to play him, I don't know about them pedophile accusations. I'm a father of a daughter. That's too funky for my energy.
Right.
And I love Kendrick. But in terms of those three, you don't think that Kendrick is the GOAT over that selection of three?
He put
And he
out some
got
good
so many
he
quote.
put out some good
Yeah,
bars, no question. I ain't denying
bro.
that.
He got so many quotables. What is it? The Braves? I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. He's Terrence Thorne. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. You
I'm
got
whooping
little
feet.
kids. You got little kids
Oh,
reciting these
Hey,
I
look,
did
bars.
it early in the
I'm
video.
gonna keep it a
Real
buck
quick.
with y'all. I got
Hold
my
on.
daughter and her cousins over here, and they arguing with me about Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and they said You see?
See, look at that. You can't make that up. Say it again, sweetheart. Say it again. That's what
Right.
I'm talking about. I
But
real quick.
Let's
they follow
go.
trends though.
Yeah, but check this out. Let's go to the comments real quick. Big up to the frat scholar. Cole made the smartest choice. That's a fact.
Facts.
Tony Tobal, I can't never pronounce the name. Pardon me, Tony. He says Nikki 100. Nikki said he wouldn't have made J. Cole look as bad as Drake looks right now, though. He would have given Cole much more respect. That is a fact. I agree.
Yeah, that's a fact. And they would have kept it a friendly fade.
Skylar, big frat says Cole saw what was coming. He knew that he wasn't ready to go to that slander. Sam says, and Cole dodging real beef for Kendrick is only a smart business move. That's a fact, Sam. That's a fact. Sam says Cole could bark like that. Cole could bark like that because he earned his stripes lyrically by then. That's a fact. Nikki says Drake will bounce back as a pop artist. Why is Wayne so quiet? That is the question that I have.
So let me ask this though, because I keep hearing this pop artist thing. He's always been that.
Yeah, I agree. No, but hold on.
He's always been that.
No.
Go ahead. Then prove the point. Then prove the point that he's not always been a pop artist. I agree.
No, and I'm gonna say this. The reason why he's never been the pop artist, I found out about him in 2004. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube, type in Drake Deceiving. And this is like late 2004, 2005, before Comeback Season came out. Drake did hella freestyles over J Dilla beats. Y'all gotta stop. He is not a pop artist. No, bro, he can't, bro.
And all of that.
No. This is. But
hold on,
that's
I'm on it right now. Let me share the screen.
Yeah,
I got it up right now. Let me share the screen,
bro.
I got it right now. Let me hear this. Listen,
bro.
listen.
Right here, man.
And this is what I like to Drake.
Let the mind work, you know.
This one he sound like Fonte.
I like to take
Yeah,
time to
thank
dedicate
you.
this to a special somebody.
Thank you.
Yes, I call her my most recent addition.
I never heard
collection of female
I've heard this before.
you know? Deceiving. You are the reason.
You are the
I don't
reason.
believe in finding the love that I need. And I'm gonna go feel I switch wifey like every season. So I guess it makes you.
This nigga sound like Fonte from Little Brother. I'm sorry.
He did sound like Fonte. No,
Yo, he sound like Fonte from Little Brother. Stop it, Five. Stop it. Look what Scholar said. Wayne doesn't want to battle. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I wish in my multiverse of dreams that Wayne come off the couch and try to diss Kendrick. Oh my God, who you think will win in that battle? If Wayne jumps off the couch and tries to diss Kendrick, Lil Wayne versus Kendrick, who y'all got winning? I got Kendrick. I'm sorry, not sorry.
I got Kendrick. I got Kendrick. Kendrick is easy. Kendrick is easy. Like it's too easy. When I say this dude wordplay is crazy. You know what? Fuck that. I'm just gonna say this. The reason why a lot of people are hating Kendrick right now, I'm just gonna keep it a spade for a spade. He's from the West Coast.
That's a
we
fact.
know. People never liked the West Coast. Y'all never liked the West Coast.
I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all can't agree on that. Y'all can't agree on that. I'm from New York, and I totally agree with that statement. I am
never.
But listen, I'm not trying to throw the OG age right here. I will turn 48 in September. I was alive when Biggie and Pac fought. I was alive when niggas made fun of me for playing West Coast music at house parties in Brooklyn. Niggas never liked the West Coast worldwide. That's a fact. And
Bro,
I'm old enough to say it.
Bro, like even going back to that and just a compliments the compliments that Kendrick has got. Can any of those two artists and even Drake can say, do you got a Pulitzer Prize? Kendrick has a Pulitzer Prize right now with these diss records going into this fall semester. I bet you every university is gonna dissect Euphoria. They're gonna dissect 616 in LA. They're gonna dissect Meet the Grams. They have been doing this with his music. Kendrick is etched in stone in hip hop history forever, but y'all would not give him the credit because he is from the West Coast. Y'all don't never want to see a.
I'll give him the credit. I'm from New York. Listen, let me make this official. As a born and raised New Yorker from Brooklyn, New York, I give Kendrick the credit.
Yeah, but it's just hip hop in general. They don't never want to give the West Coast respect.
Let's go
They
through the
never
comments real quick.
have, never.
Let's go through the comments. Enflo Joseph says it's a New Yorker. That's true. That's a fact. Tony says Kenny's quadruple entendres and wordplay is crazy. He would win now, but if we talking Wayne 07 and 2013, that's a different discussion. I agree there. I agree there. Scholar says Wayne wins the metaphor battle. Kendrick wins the power punch bars. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nikki says I'm here for it happening. Listen, I want this to happen. I want Wayne to jump off the couch and try to diss Kendrick. I'm not gonna lie. I would love it. I would love it.
Me too. But you know why he's not gonna do that? Yeah. He's not gonna do that because even a personal issue that he has with Drake. People forgot when Wayne was locked up, Drake fucked this girl. That's why he ain't jumped out for Drake. People forget that. And then you turn around and get a tattoo of him on your shoulder. Like what?
And
What?
Listen, real quick, before I end off this video, and then number one, thank you everybody for joining on. For those who joining right now, please, this is the KaleafWins show. If you want to support my channel, please hit my Cash App. It's right there, $ KaleafWins. Bless the brother so I can make more videos. Second, big shout out to Steve right there in the video, host of Lace Rhymes podcast. Please subscribe to it now. He had a dope episode. Please tell him the episode title regarding this same topic.
Oh yeah. Drake is new Ja Rule on the Lace Rhymes channel. So go peep it. Go peep it. Drake is the new Ja Rule.
And at the top is Cordell, CEO of Overhaul Training. Go to TikTok, go to YouTube, go to all social media platforms to check out his great training program for youth of all genders, ages 5 and even to pro or semi-pro. Go check him out. And everybody, please check out Keith, HBCU grad, proud father, taking care of the kids as we speak, and business owner.
And they playing not like us right now.
They listen, what does the Bible says? Out of the mouth of babes comes the truth. You know what I'm saying? Out of the children's mouth. Let me go through the list that I put up earlier. The list I put up earlier of the reasons why Kendrick won. If you didn't see it, let's check it out right now. Here it goes. Number 1, the reason why Kendrick won. Kendrick's mastery of diss tracks. He showcased his superior rap battle skills. Kendrick's attacks were detail specific, which made them more believable and impactful. Number 2, why Kendrick won. Superior beat selection. Kendrick's choice of beats for his diss tracks were praised for their quality and suitability for battle context. Number 3, his diverse diss tracks. Kendrick's diss tracks covered a wide range of topics and accusations, showcasing his ability to attack on multiple fronts. Number 4 reason, hard-hitting accusations. Kendrick's accusations about Drake's alleged inappropriate relationships and other personal matters were particularly impactful and damaging to Drake's image, real-life implications. Number 5, Kendrick's timing. Kendrick's timing in releasing his tracks was impeccable, often overshadowing Drake's responses. Number 6, memorable lines. Kendrick's diss tracks contain numerous memorable lines that resonated with fans and critics alike. Kendrick's consistent engagement with the public through his tracks and social media kept the audience invested in the battle. That's a fact. Number 7, defensive nature of Drake's responses. Drake's responses often came across as defensive, which is generally seen as a weaker stance in rap battles or in life. Number 8 reason why Kendrick won. Cultural impact. This battle was considered by some, including Dame Dash, as one of the most impactful in hip-hop history, potentially altering trajectories of both artists' careers. And number 9, Kendrick industry support. Kendrick received support from various figures in the hip-hop industry, further validating his victory. Plus, none of Drake's popular rap associates, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Jay Prince, Birdman, have stood up for him against Kendrick. And last but not least, Kendrick's continued relevance. The relevance and timeliness of Kendrick's attacks kept them fresh in the public's mind, reinforcing their position as the winner. Even weddings are playing They Not Like Us diss songs, and the They Not Like Us is being played at sporting events. And if you don't believe me, and if you're thinking I'm wild glazing right now, you don't believe that Kendrick stuff isn't played everywhere, let me do it again because I like to play that video because it makes me happy.
Can I say this though?
All right, go ahead.
They was playing back to back in the club too.
Yeah, but guess what? I didn't see back to back do this. I did not see back to. Hold on, real quick. Let me play. Let me answer that. I had never seen back to back do this.
And the fact, and I don't even throw one further. Before Not Like Us, NBA on TNT was playing Euphoria during commercial breaks. He already had the advantage.
Still playing Euphoria and finding new bars and lines. Somebody posted up. I told friend, I don't know if y'all heard this. Somebody posted up that even that Night Like Us.
Look at this.
Hey, and that step, that's supposed to be Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
And
Crazy.
look at this.
Jesus. Mm. It's a sad day for the 69 God.
Yo, his friend taking it too. His friend, I just got his friend.
Y'all forget my kids, man.
He got the saxophone out. He has the saxophone out at a wedding. Look at this. Look at this.
All I'ma just say.
I ain't never seen back-to-back do that at a. I'm sorry. I never seen back-to-back be everywhere at a wedding like that. I'm sorry. I never. Keith, you got to even smile and realize you on mute, but I'll take you off mute. You take yourself off. Yeah.
Back to back ain't no wedding song. They was in the
Oh,
club.
come on now. Are you serious?
Oh,
We're talking about cultural impact.
Not attended.
Oh, come on.
and this is what and Frank, this is what I'm talking about. They hate to see it. They hate to see this. They
At the end
hate
of the
to
day,
see
for me, I
this.
rock with them all. I still listen to them.
Listen, we know that. Listen, as I said,
Yeah.
I'll tell you from a DJ standpoint, as a DJ seeing another DJ do a wedding, and mind you, for all the people that are not DJs, weddings are the highest paid events for DJs other than corporate events. To see a client says we want no Drake, you know how hard that is to do a wedding without a Drake verse or a Drake feature or a Drake song? That's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Let me go to the comments right quick before we close off. You know Drake a deadbeat when he predicted the PDF file angle by Kendrick, yet he still carries out the beef, not caring how this would affect his son in the future. Major L. Woo! And that's something nobody else touched on. It's one thing to be men, but your son, when he turns 16, is going to reference this moment in time. I'm gonna let y'all get the last word. I'm gonna go off screen. Everybody get your last word.
Man, look, Frank, I just want to just say thank you. Thank y'all, man. This was dope. This was fun doing y'all. And I'm just going to say this. The nigga only got 4 to 5 albums in the catalog, and it stood the test of time. And it's standing the test of time, man. Like, no matter how we want to put it, he is that guy. This is the Matrix. Kendrick is Neo. He's the one. He's the one. But yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed this with y'all guys, man. Like for real, straight up, man. Real talk.
Yeah, I
There we
basically
go.
said it here.
I'm not as astute as y'all are in this situation. However, I'm going to stand on, I don't think Drake has died from this. I think Kendrick should go ahead and ride this wave. It's a hell of a wave right now. Go ahead and ride it. Oh, I didn't call her stupid. No. But anyway, Drake ain't dead from this.
Even your kids is saying you tripping. In the
That's
background.
my kids. I ain't worried about that.
Even your kids saying you ain't telling the truth.
I ain't worried about that. I'm the daddy.
He said, I'm the daddy. And guess what? That's what Kendrick's saying to Drake right now. I don't care about what you guys say. I'm the daddy, Drake. That's a fact.
Just tell Kendrick to ride this wave, drop an album, sit back, enjoy it.
I will say this before Cordell speaks. I want Kendrick, the producer and DJ and me, I want Kendrick to do a new album with every West Coast artist that was on that stage at the pop-out. I want that to happen so bad. I want Kendrick to have the Whoops. You know what I'm saying? I want him to have Jason Martin on the album. I want if Kendrick just takes every artist that was on that stage, even have Tommy the Clown say something on his new album. That would be the best album that ever came out. You don't agree with that, Steve? Come on now. That would be fire.
Look, no. Look, I'm just gonna give y'all this because I told y'all like I'm tapped in. Spoiler alert: niggas that was on that stage, it's 6 of them already on this new album, and I'm gonna tell you, the new album is gonna be a mixture of Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn put together.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
We got the exclusive.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's fire.
Yes, because Mr. Morrell, and I'm not gonna lie, I love Mr. Morrell because he got his shit off. He had to get his shit off.
That's a
Definitely
therapy
had to
album
get
for
his
him.
shit
He
off.
got to get out.
Yeah,
That's what I think that was.
yeah,
That's like
definitely, and bro, and the concert was amazing. I seen him live. I seen this guy live like 3 times, like, and it was dope though. But yeah, This album, oh yeah, he finna get some shit off. I'm
I
telling y'all
want him
that
to
right now.
so bad.
He,
I want him so
bro,
bad.
he
When the
is.
album
He
dropping?
is.
Yeah, that's a good question. When the album is
Uh,
dropping?
well, from people that I was talking to, we either gonna get it at the end of the summer or going in the beginning of the fall. Like literally,
That
because
sounds
like
about right.
when you think no, yeah, because when you think about it, records and you have a point system. Kendrick already hit his point system with the 4 diss tracks alone. He already did. He hit it. Like it's done. Like this man literally went platinum from diss records. Really. Like seriously.
Has that been done
And
before in hip hop? Has that been
no,
done?
he's the first. I already looked it up. He's the first.
So
Yes, nigga, a
Kendrick is the
West Coast
first hip hop
artist.
artist.
He's the first. The
Wow.
first.
Listen.
The first.
I'm a New Yorker, and I'm gonna tell y'all right on the stream. I'm gonna say it in front of everybody watching this. Gonna watch the replay. West Coast artists make better diss tracks than anybody in hip hop. I'm sorry. There's some sort of
Thank you.
level of
Y'all
ferociousness.
disrespectful to the
There's a level of ferociousness and aggressiveness that no other hip hop artist from any other region has when it comes to West Coast diss songs. I'm sorry, I'm a New York, and I'm gonna keep it funky saying that.
But I think that goes to your point and Skeeter point too on that. Like, yo, West Coast do feel disrespectful, so they get the most aggression and disrespect out of it.
And you know what's
No, yeah.
crazy? I will say this also before I go to the comments. There's some funny comments right now happening. I want to share them on the screen. New York. This is a message to New York. Now I'm gonna get personal. New York, wake up. Look at what the West Coast did. New Yorkers, let's stop being so individual minded and let's come together and have some unity. Use Kendrick's example, New York, because right now New York done went through a 10+ year drought of trying to sound like everybody else from New York. New York is not Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? New York is not any other state. We New York. Follow the lead, and this is wild for a New Yorker to say, follow the lead of the West, but it is what it is right now. Right now, the West has set an example.
Frank, and I'm gonna piggyback on that. I love New York, and the people that actually who's rapping in New York, y'all don't really rock with them like that. One of my a couple of my favorites that's in New York right now, Dave East, and what y'all don't know, Dave East gets a lot of his beats from Mike and Keys. Mike and Keys is the same people who produced Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap. They're always going to New York and producing joints for Dave East. Joey Badass, like y'all need to tap in with you. These are the only select few rappers out there who's not even trying to attempt to do the drill beat. Y'all need to support and y'all need to come together. It's all right. Y'all can come together and mash up. We seen Tyler the Creator on stage with all the LA rappers, and he's not gangstified like that. We saw Steve Lacy on that stage, and he not no gangster like that. Like, come on, man. Like,
Let's go to the comments real quick.
You're
right. Let's go to the comments. Big Sky says, yes, the West Diss is different because we could say the wildest ish and it stays on wax. NYC, the city is too small. Come on, Skylar. Our city is literally geographically the largest city in America. Stop the madness. We're not doing that. Nikki says, yes, West Coast got it. I agree. And she's from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? She says, go Kendrick, uncolonize that ass. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Skylar says, damn, good kid. Skylar says, take a year off. Skylar says, Drake may need to do his Europe, Australia tour run, then go to a Vegas residency. I can see that being a good plan. Skylar, also says Drake needs to go get a gospel album ready, then do an Afrobeat drop. That's hilarious, but it's facts. But everybody, thank you for joining the live stream. Everybody, please go subscribe right now to Lace Rhymes podcast, Skeeter Steve's podcast. Everybody, go show Keith Moore some love. Everybody, go to Overhaul Training with my homie Cordell on all social media apps. And hey, this is the KaleafWins show. Thanks for joining the show tonight. And please put your commentary in the comments. And if you want to support my show, please hit me up on the Cash App. It ain't nothing. Bless it, brother, so I can do more videos. Thanks for everybody joining on. For everybody that's on the screen right now, please stay before I cut it off the live. I want to talk to y'all for 5 minutes after I cut off. Everybody, thanks again. Have a good one. And we out. Peace. You feel me?